Hello, my name is Juan Cruz Assad, my partner is Luca de Cesare, and today we're going to talk about businesses affected by technology. One of these businesses are the traditional ones. In one aspect in which they are affected is the development of computerized banking software. With the development of banking applications, the bank's processes becomes faster and more reliable, and the retrieving of information becomes much more easier. The second aspect is the development of core banking solution. Even though computerized banking still provides a wide variety of services, as the internet expands, the core banking solutions becomes more and more relevant. With the implementing of the CBS, the core banking solution, the bank's branches are getting interconnected to common centralized databases and hence can provide multi-city banking. The third aspect is the development of MICR check processing. With the use of magnetic ink, MICR check processing has been strategically implemented. This technology revolutionizes the check clearing processes from over the counter into a more systematic procedure which is fast and more efficient. Fourthly, we had the development of credit and debit cards, which are plastic money. The magnetic data recording technology was used with the magnetic strips that were attached to ATM, debit, and credit cards. This meant that they worked with ATM machines. Thanks to these machines, people didn't have to go to the bank every time they wanted to, maybe I don't know, make a transaction. So it is better for the customer and more comfortable. And then we have the development of internet banking solution. With data being centralized and the internet having every day more reach, the internet banking solution was developed and now it is offered in mostly every bank. The internet banking offers you many transactions and inquiries to be performed online without the need of visiting the branch. On the sixth place, we have the development of banking services automation solution. The various banking automation systems also facilitated the users with ease of various automated banking offers. For example, check deposit machine, money deposit machine, passbook printing machine, automated inquiry machine, etc. This was obviously more comfortable for the customer. Then we have the development of mobile banking solution. Of course, as technology improved and began to focus on mobile phones, for example, this had an impact on banking because banking applications were created. With these applications, people could administer their accounts and make transactions anywhere at any time. This was obviously better for the customer and for the bank. Then we have the development of check truncation system. With the refinement in imaging and internet technology, the check truncation system was implemented. The CTS removes the need for physical instruments, which was required in the old MICR clearing system. With this clearing process becomes more fast and secure and obviously easier. In the last place, we have the development of online loan processing. This is a very intelligent system which processes the pre-approved internet online loans applications of the customers and disperses the amount online.
Mobile solutions. The mobile solutions make the mobile services more easily. Everything from your sale enablements can be handled with one click and helps the market and change the game with more prospects of marketing. Cloud computing allows the business, large and small, to move their operations to one-third services and helps with lost downtimes and crashes. That means that you can put all the information of your company into a cloud and that will help with the third-party servers to connect and manage your company from other parts, and also access to resources and helps competing corporations with more funding. Customer segmentation helps the consumer look for what he's looking for in her market, and with analytic services helps specifically more bang for your marketing. Even Google visitors know what you're doing, what you're looking for, how long you stay on the website, and when you leave. Services and processes offer and can approach dramatically the increase of conversions. Decrease cost and increase functionality. There are two things that come together to create a buyer's market. There are the software and hardware to create has become easy to use and afford. Also, the number of employers that have big minds and exploit the barriers of this tech exponentially. An inversionary system one took a multimillion company a year to create. Changing consumer base. Millennials are becoming the primary driving force economically and behind the business. This means that they are the generation responsible for the marketing and forcing business to create tech savvy around the world. Social impact. The rise of social networking rise, and any users can connect without any obstacle, any geographical obstacle, financial background, and social status. All these companies depend on their reputation and worry about a digital footprint and social identity. Decreased downtime. Tech has downtimes sometimes, and for individuals it's impossible to recuperate anymore. The access to emails and texts is inevitable to check and makes the user to check what.
Now we're going to explain transportation and how it has been affected by technology. We are going to use case studies in order to justify and explain the following aspects. The first one is smart traffic management. In the city of Nanjing, China, to better manage the enormous traffic volumes, a system has been implemented in which enormous amounts of data are ingested from across the city's traffic systems, and what it does is it tries to predict status to affect the traveler's behavior and to give advices for future planning. This is having a very positive impact in Nanjing's traffic because people, like for example, in peak periods, now people are driving at average speed. This has specifically had a very positive impact in public transportation. Now it is more fluent and it is easier to travel with it, more punctual, and there are average commuting times. Then we have the smart port communities. To cope with the increasing traffic volume and they have no other alternative because they cannot expand, the Hamburg Port Authority has leveraged a logistics system in which they retrieve data from various sources like vehicles or trucks, and they communicate with the port's stakeholders and communicate them this information. This way it is easier for them to organize themselves. With this, this has resulted in shortened driving times and has a better planning for the stakeholders.
Predictive maintenance. Operating a fleet of nearly 30,000 moving assets that move over 2 million passengers, Italy's railway operator Trenitalia established a dynamic maintenance model that analyzed data and monitor equipment to decrease maintenance and services. Connects safety. To prevent road accidents like in Japan in 2016 that killed 14 bus riders, SAP and NTT built a solution. They tested by Kenfuku, a bus company that estimate the driver's fatigue and vital signs, examples heartbeat and nervous system.
What do all these case studies show us about the keys to value creation? Well, we firstly see that data is the new oil. Every government, organization, or business, every person, and eventually everything is going to be connected. Nowadays and every single day, the big data technologies are being more and more affordable. This will mean that basically every industry in the future will have to have something to do with technology or a technological instrument or a technological software, etc. Also, we can see how like data helps a lot of industries or companies to surpass difficulties or improve in a certain way, and it is getting every day cheaper and more affordable. So over time, technology is going to basically be present in most industries. So what we are seeing is that instead, like, it is making a comparison between data and oil, as if like data is now needed in order to get a company or industry going. Then we have that networked collaboration amplifies value creation. As we have seen in the smart port communities and the smart traffic management case studies that I have explained previously, you can see how like you, by interconnecting people or groups of people intelligently, you can achieve like the maximum efficiency of something. This will be enabled in the future by, for example, cloud-based applications or cloud-based networks. So clearly, if people want to achieve this maximum efficiency, they will be dependent on technology. In the third place, we have technology strategies need to be constantly revisited. The sophistication and affordability of technology are soaring. This enables businesses and public services organizations to be more in contact with technology and experience with it. This allows them to use cases and assess technological feasibility, business viability, and human desirability. However, at the same time, the pace of mass adoption of the transformative impact of technology are becoming harder to predict. This means that they have to be careful and maintain an agile posture in front of technology if they want to take the most of it. Finally, we have that countries can derive a competitive advantage in the same way companies do. Countries that want to compete at an international level surely should be data-based. The same happens with companies. Companies that maintain their technology the most updated as possible and as modern as possible are taking an edge or an advantage over the rest. A country can learn from the way companies approach innovation through the terms of bimodal IT. At a country level, this can translate into quick wins through opportunities that relate to clear scoped, well-defined problems, statements on the one hand, and lay the foundation for holistic values creation by addressing the interconnectivity challenge across the value chain on the other hand.